Hi guys, it's Ceri here again. Just thought I'd give you an update on the Valentino Rockstuds that I bought back in 2017. A few of you on the channel have actually asked me if I could give this overview to see whether or not I would recommend purchasing them. So here goes. And here are the said shoes. As I say, I purchased them 2 years ago from myteresa.com. As you can see, I purchased them in the black patent with the nude straps. I chose this on purpose because as a first purchase, at that price point, I wanted a classic pair rather than a fashion colour. As you can see, over the 2 years, the actual condition of them, I think has fared fairly well. So first off, I'm going to talk about the comfort factor of wearing these Valentinos. I don't know about you ladies, but I'm at an age now where comfort means a lot more to me over style when it comes to shoes. Now don't get me wrong, I'm exactly the same as all of you. I like a pretty pair of shoes, but I'm not going to be hobbling around in absolute agonies just for the sake of fashion. I can tell you categorically, after 2 years of regular wearing of these shoes, that these are the comfiest pair of designer shoes I've ever had. Now the reason being basically is that because they strap to your feet, you don't have that imbalance issue where they might just sort of like walk out of your shoe. Now I've had that quite much in regard to pumps and those style of shoes, where as soon as I take a step, my heel actually walks out of the shoe and then I've fallen over. So with these, because of the strap element, it stays attached to your foot. The actual pointy box toe bit, I must admit I had reservations because with other shoes that are designer, they tend to crush your toes because I don't have slender feet. I can absolutely say with these that I've had no issues at all like that. I've had nothing yucky like bunions or any sort of yucky bits on my toes or blisters from wearing these. I've worn these regularly for things like date night, to a wedding, I've been dancing in them, I've sort of stomped around in them, and I've had no issue at all. Wear and tear of these shoes, bearing in mind I've had them, as I say, 2 years, I think has been really, really good. As I say, I've worn them lots of times, and as you can see, they still look shiny. So the actual patent leather, I think, has held up very, very well. As you can see at the front of the pointy bit at the top of the shoe, it hasn't really scuffed. Now, I'm awful with shoes normally. I'm very heavy-footed and I tend to wobble all over the place, and if I could scuff a shoe within a minute, I usually do, and they're ruined. As you can see with these, nothing like that at all. They're still very shiny, black patent. The Rockstuds themselves, which are the metal bits, those are still very sparkly. I'm quite surprised really that after all this time that those haven't tarnished, but I can absolutely say without doubt that these sparkle and twinkle whenever you put them on your feet. All in all, from wear and tear aspect, I think these have done well. I still also, going back to the issue that I'm quite heavy footed, have the original heel tips on the shoes. Now you do get a spare pair of heel tips when you buy the Valentino shoes, but as of yet I've not had to actually have them re-heeled. Now that is saying something, because normally 2 years worth of wear out of any pairs of shoes, I don't even still own them. Well, so that says something, that 2 years later I'm still happy with the wear and tear on these. The value for money on these, do I think they're value for money? Absolutely. Although it's a high price point to pay, which was, as I say, £620 2 years ago, the amount of times I've worn these shoes is, well, I can't tell you how many times I've worn these shoes, I've lost count. So that for me tells you, and look at them, look at the condition that they're in for 2 years regular wear. Don't you think that these are in great condition for 2 years worth of wear? I do. So that means to me that they're definitely value for money. Look at the heels. That's usually the main place, ladies, where we all batter our shoes. I don't know about you, but many a time I've actually scuffed myself down through a pavement crack or something like that and my heel is caught and then your shoes are ruined. Now, these have happened to me whilst wearing these little Valentinos, but as you can see, I think it's probably because they're black heeled that you can't see the wear and tear too much unless you look really, really up close. There's plenty of wear left in these shoes, so I've had them 2 years already. As you can see, the condition is still great, which means I'm going to have many more years of wear from these shoes. All I need to do at some point will be change the heel tip, which they provided for us in the little bag, and I'm good to go again for many more years to come. Now that for me is definitely value for money. So my conclusion, ladies, taking all the other factors that I've mentioned into consideration, you're going to be asking me, would I buy these again? I think you already know the answer to that. It's going to be an absolute resounding yes. If I needed to buy these shoes again, I absolutely would. I basically, whenever I put these shoes on my feet, I feel very special. Any time I go out wearing these, it gives me a little bit of extra sass. With me, my confidence level isn't particularly that high, but when I put these on my feet, it makes me walk tall. I'm quite proud that I own these. Many a time I get stopped whilst I'm wearing these shoes, telling me how much they love those shoes. Oh, those Valentinos, and I'll go, yeah. And with that, it again fills me with pride that I'm able to actually have the real deal and not a replica pair. So would I recommend these to you, ladies, with all those other factors that I've mentioned before? Yes. If, like me, you've got more sense than you've got money, rather than more money than sense, then this is a no-brainer. If you're after a pair of designer shoes, absolutely recommend the Valentino Rockstuds with this kitten heel. So then, if you are in the market to buy a pair of these Valentino Rockstuds, like the ones I've shown today, I've actually done some research to have a look to see what the price point is now with 2 years later. On myteresa.com, they're still selling them because this is part of a classic range. They are now priced at £650. You can also buy them at Valentino themselves, which is the same price. So after a couple of years, myteresa.com's only gone up by £20–30, and they're now the same price as the Valentino, buying them direct. I actually loved buying though from myteresa.com, and this isn't, I don't know what, it's not like a recommendation as such for myteresa.com and to push you down that road, but the reason why I personally preferred myteresa.com was the service I received was fantastic. As you know, I tried the shoes on in Manchester originally, came home, ordered them online, and they were delivered to my door. So there was no hassles, no stress, nothing at all. And the packaging that they arrived in was perfection. I really, at the time, felt so special, even opening the myteresa.com packaging, let alone the Valentino box. So if you want to buy these, here's the link below. So then guys, that's the absolute completion of my video for today. It was just a brief overview, as I mentioned. And it's just to say to you, if you liked what you've seen today and you would like to actually watch some more videos of mine, I shall be posting regularly on here. And the type of channel that I've got is more in regard to shoes, bags, lifestyle, etc. But what you bear in mind with me is it's going to be more sense than money. So I will be selective over what it is I actually put up for you. This isn't going to be a luxury goods shopping haul type channel. If you like that, by all means, I would really appreciate if you would like this video, and even better, if you would subscribe and tell a friend as well about it. Thanks ever so much. Till next time, bye.